Hey everybody, it's MJ Diagnostics. Today, doing some more repairs on my daughter's car. As you can see, the radiator's out. Had a few difficulties, unfortunately. Got the radiator out because the top of the neck had a hole in it. It was leaking. I noticed it after I did a housing gasket here, and then I also did upper and lower radiator hoses, and I put a new thermostat in over there. Well, the cooler lines that go to the bottom of the radiator, they were rusted in there really bad. I soaked them with penetrating oil, let it set, and they would just not come out. And then finally gave it another yank, and then the line just disintegrated. It broke on me. So I had to cut them. And but thankfully, hallelujah, they did come off here. So all I got to do is just get those two sections aligned, just clean those up, and then get those two new sections on the new radiator and get some new fittings for it, and then should be ready to rock and roll. So, but that's been my evening tonight. Got the radiator over there, whole bunch of parts on top, tools everywhere. Yep. So been kind of crazy, man. Oh, one thing I wanted to bring up. Maybe I should do a separate video for this, but I got these channel lock ratcheting wrenches. These are actually pretty sweet. I kind of like it because it's got different sizes on each end. Because like this wrench, I got like a 10 millimeter on one side, an 8 on the other. So this is good for taking the battery cables off on this vehicle, which I kind of like because it's side post terminals. Then that's a 12, and that's 13. So made in USA, which is cool. Been using this one quite a bit now, and pretty handy. And this actually worked really good for that bottom bracket bolt right there. I was able to sneak this in, and due to the fact that these sockets, there are different sizes on each end, this elevates the wrench a little bit. So it gives me just enough clearance to get in there and take that bolt out, which is actually kind of sweet. So these actually kind of helped me. So thumbs up for channel lock, man. So, but yeah, this has been my evening. I am starting to debate if I should just start another YouTube channel and call it Spend Your Day with the Mechanic of Misfortune, Michael. Or maybe that might be too long of a title, but or just call it Mechanic of Misfortune, because that's how I feel like recently. So, but by the time I'm done with this vehicle, it'll be really nice. So it's nice right now, but I've done a lot of work to it. It's got a new alternator. It has new front and rear brakes. The entire front end suspension's been rebuilt. It's got new front CV axles, new rear axle seals, new rear backing plates. I did all that. And then I think eventually I might do like rear shocks, because the rear shocks are starting to go out. But no, this is turning into a pretty decent running vehicle. So the only thing I got left I still got quite a few things to do, but I think what the next thing I'm going to do is I got to fix my daughter's seat, because that broke off, and then this separated from the controller here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try just snapping this back in to get it to work. And then I'm just going to get like a screw and a washer, screw that back on, and then see if that'll work, for the time being. If she doesn't like it, then I can obviously try a junkyard or get a new seat or whatever. I can do it for her. But no, it's this vehicle has been an adventure for me, but I've been enjoying it. I actually kind of like wrenching now, because I don't do it like I used to when I worked at the bus garage. So it's kind of cool doing this now. So if I did go, back into it full time, I think the only thing I would be doing is just strictly diag work. So, because I just can't take the physical toll of this anymore. So, but who knows, if I keep on losing weight, which I have been. So I was like pushing 300 and I dropped 50 pounds, which is pretty good. So who knows, maybe if I get back in shape, maybe I'll feel, you know, more up to taking on that task. But no, when you do brake jobs, suspension work, all that stuff for almost 25 years, you know, it really hurts your body, you know. So, but anyway, I'll stop talking. That's pretty much it for this evening. I hope everyone else is doing good. Let me know, you know, what you're working on. You got any special projects? You doing anything interesting? If you want to share, by all means. So, anyway, I hope everyone has a good evening and take care. Bye.